is Charles Leclerc.
Leclerc.
Predestinato, il predestinato vince il Gran Premio d'Italia con una gara pazzesca, incredibile, si è inventato una magia che solo lui.
Depression is a mental disorder characterized by prolonged low mood, loss of interest in life, and disturbances in physiology and cognition. And yet, somehow, these clinical words have been attached to Charles Leclerc, the Prince of Monaco. Charles Leclerc, the golden boy face of modern F1. Handsome, beloved, the poster child of Ferrari. And somehow the most broken driver in the modern era. This is the story of a talent that should have conquered the sport. And of a team that, in the eyes of many, slowly crushed him instead. A supremely talented racing driver and a genuinely charismatic man with almost no haters. How did a word that seemed so ill-fitting for such a public image become his constant companion?
Игнорирование.
Where am I losing?
The answer leads straight to one place. The great Scuderia Ferrari.
There's something strange with the engine.
Okay, copy that. We are checking it.
We are checking that. Okay, we are checking.
Copy. We'll check that. Copy. We will check that.
Yeah, everybody, we are checking now.
Ferrari, a team that has been part of Formula One since the beginning, is as famous for its history as for its repeated failures and, more worryingly, for the way it treats its own drivers. Psychological pressure, ignoring their needs, and at times publicly humiliating them. In his debut period with the team, Charles immediately won hearts. First a victory at Spa, then a glorious home win for the Tifosi in Monza. He took 7 poles in a season, more than anyone else in 2019. But as often happens with Ferrari, the picture wasn't so smooth. Take Bahrain, where Leclerc had every chance to win, but the engine's power simply evaporated. His race engineer, Marcos Padros, known as Xavi, set a baseline that would haunt the team's drivers for a long time. Charles, being inexperienced, made mistakes on track too. He finished the season in 4th place. Still, Leclerc was full of enthusiasm. He took every defeat as a stepping stone for future victories. The team, however, had another strategy. According to the Grand Ferrari master plan under technical director Mattia Binotto, the Scuderia had been running a quasi-illegal power unit that was essentially burning fuel by the bucket. Thanks to that power, Ferrari were second only in outright speed. The old adage, what isn't forbidden is permitted, seemed to be the guiding principle in Maranello.
The brakes failed. Brakes failed. No more brake pedal. Brake line exploded.
Stop the car now.
But after protests and a formal complaint to the FIA, almost all the competing teams pressured the governing body to force Ferrari to change the engine before the start of the next season. The result was a car so slow that even Sir Lewis Hamilton could overtake it. An ironic hyperbole to show how badly Ferrari had regressed. In reality, the situation was not completely hopeless. The solution was to work effectively as a team and make fewer mistakes. Yet the season opened in brutal fashion. By the second race, we were already witnessing bitter clashes, cars returning to the pits damaged, and double retirements at some events. The Grand Prix circus looked bleak. If Charles somehow survived that year with 98 points and only 8th in the standings, Sebastian Vettel, struggling mentally, left with just 33 points to rebuild his state of mind. Vettel, once the joker and soul of the paddock, had turned into a beaten figure, a disenchanted hippie on a bike. Before leaving, he tried to warn the young driver. Ferrari had an unhealthy fixation on certain ideas, and he urged Charles to protect himself while he still could. He even left a farewell note that was part warning, part plea. In 2021, Carlos Sainz joined the team, but nothing really changed. Ferrari kept repeating mistakes. For Leclerc, what remained was endurance. Put up with his engineer, try to deliver results, and hope for better. He ended the season 7th, an ironic step forward from 8th. Then 2022 arrived, and Ferrari finally managed to assemble a competitive car. Leclerc started the season strongly with a win in Bahrain, and 2 races later won in Australia. More often than not, he started from pole or finished just behind Max Verstappen. After 5 races, Leclerc was leading the World Championship with 104 points. Verstappen had only 85. Everything looked perfect until Ferrari woke up from their winter slumber. In Spain, after starting from pole and leading the race, Leclerc suddenly lost power on lap 27. This time, it was catastrophic. The images are shocking, and a word to the sensitive Ferrari fans. If you're easily unsettled, look away. After that retirement, Leclerc still had 104 points while his rival already had 110.
Box now, box for hard. Stay out, stay out.
Fuck! Why? What I do?
Tire.
Next came Monaco, a track that has not been kind to Leclerc historically. Tire punctures canceled events due to COVID in previous years, and gearbox issues when he'd once secured pole. All of it followed the pattern that fans often call the Ferrari master plan. In 2022, however, while Perez and Sainz were squabbling with each other about fancy driving styles,
Are you sure about that?
Problem, engine.
Leclerc qualified on pole and, crucially, led without technical issues. Then the rain, tire choices, and the pit stop roulette intervened. On a drying track, rivals performed quick pit calls and undercuts. Leclerc was shuffled behind Perez and ultimately finished 4th after tactical calls and a sequence of events that felt like orchestration. The gap in the championship widened. Leclerc continued to fight. He took pole and later won in Baku. But more reliability problems hit the team, hydraulic failures, and other technical retirements. A few more solid results followed.
Box, Carlos, box, speed confirmed.
Not now.
5th in Canada, 4th in Britain, a consolation win in Austria. But the title lead had slipped away. A DNF or strategic misstep here and there handed momentum back to Verstappen. Races that looked promising unraveled through bad timing, risky strategy calls, or simply bad luck. In France, a strong weekend ended in an 18th lap retirement. In Hungary, a dubious strategy call put hard tires on Leclerc when other teams had warned against it.
Verstappen был настолько удивлен, что
It was, in many ways, the best season of Leclerc's career in terms of raw performance. But Ferrari's choices cost him the title. He finished the year runner-up. After that, the following seasons offered only dwindling hints of contention. In 2023, Leclerc didn't win a single race. In 2024, he finally scored wins in Monaco and Monza. But it still wasn't enough for the championship. He ended 3rd. Meanwhile, Ferrari spent more on photo shoots and PR than on the stability the drivers needed. The first race of the next season was a painful illustration of the circus around Maranello. Both Leclerc and Hamilton were dropped to 9th and 10th after questionable tire choices and strategy moves. Charles even replaced his race engineer Xavi with a new engineer, Brian Bozzi, hoping for a reset. But Ferrari doesn't change easily.
A leakage of what?
I have the seat full of water, like full of water.
Must be the water.
Recent races brought more technical and strategic blunders.
Can use K1, you close.
Into it, please.
K1 available.
Yes, I know. Leave me to it, please.
Try to hold the K1. That's for practice.
I'm not close enough.
Copy.
I'm not close enough. Now we're close, I'll do it.
This is like a tutorial.
brake failures in Singapore,
safe to drive with no brakes?
inconsistent communication about what went wrong, and decisions that left drivers confused on track. Leclerc has lived through the stages of grief while at Ferrari. Denial in the early years, anger and depression in 2022, bargaining and exhaustion across 2023, 2024, and something like resignation by 2025. Look at his reactions today. Where once every defeat was taken personally, now he shows remarkably little emotion. He no longer seems to expect much. Inside the team, sources say the atmosphere is volatile and the leadership position is precarious. If Ferrari do not give Charles a competitive car, rumors suggest he could leave by 2027. It's easy to see the contrast. Drivers like Piastri and Russell are enjoying career highs. Verstappen is fighting for points in a stable package. Lando Norris is emerging as a major contender. Meanwhile, Leclerc, so gifted on pure pace, appears shackled, like one of those anime characters burdened by weights on his legs and unable to run free. The truth is simple. Put Leclerc in a normal, well-prepared car and with a sensible strategy, and he would shred the field. With 7 years at Ferrari, Charles Leclerc has arguably become the driver with the most damaged psyche in modern F1. A tragic label. The burning question is whether he can pull himself out of this state and finally become champion. Or whether he will remain forever a talent that never fully bloomed. Only time will tell.